Really, but tell me a little bit about you growing up, where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in Mauritius in an area called Catrabon, kind of in the center of the country. And I grew up, and I'm very blessed to grew up with a family from different culture. I have Indian inside me, I have African inside me, and I also have European. And even if my family have told me, right, maybe some Scottish blood inside me too.
Wow.
And so, as many people will know, Mauritius is very multicultural. So the influence of, you can very easily influence all the food, or the music, or the culture. And that is also something that I have kind of come to me as a little bird to give me some inspiration as a musician, as an artist, as a social worker, but also as a healer. Because coming from a Rastafarian point of view, we use music to heal.
So at an early age, was music always important to you? Was music played around your house, or were there people in your family who were very musical?
Yes. I would say my father, he's a singer. But he doesn't sing in public, but he sings when he's washing his car.
Right.
And in my mom's family, all my aunts, they love dancing. So I grew up a lot with a lot of dancing and listened to a lot of European music. And also the name Mike was actually, the real name is Mikos. They call me Mikos because of Michael Jackson. Because when Michael Jackson was very famous, very young, his music would have come to the island. And from that, somehow I was dancing one day in a little box, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'll give you this gift name, Mikos." So the influence was there. My family is very musical, and Mauritius itself. Very
We'll touch on that with Mauritius as well, because of the different flavours that you've already mentioned. It must be really interesting that that would influence your outlook and how you would think about music. But a lot of your music tackles, big issues, as we've said, from slavery to the threat to the planet, global warming. I just wonder if little Mike at an early age, when did you first start to play music? When did you pick up the guitar, for example? Was that an early age?
Well, in a very early age, I think my family or my dad must have realized I love music. I always have this guitar, but I did not have a chance to learn the guitar, but I always interested, and it was always broken string on it. It's until quite very late, because I come also with quite a challenging family problem. So it's actually in the age of 16 when I moved out from my father and go to the ghetto. That's where my mom kind of give me a different way of seeing life, and what she was doing, she was just a little bit of responsibility and telling me, if you go out, you have a time to come back, but I want to know what you're doing. And that was good for me. Living at my father was very different, and of course, every corner on the street, people play music, and that's what I was sitting, and my inspiration, our music came from the road, from the street, and the struggle. And of course, in the ghetto, you will have a lot of African descendants who live a lot in poverty until today, and a lot of discrimination. And so the inspiration and the energy, as I call it, was a beginning for me to use my voice as a message.
So you said you were about 16 when you properly started to pick up the guitar. Yeah. So by that age, you as a teenager, you were already developing your ideas, and you're being influenced by the street music you're hearing, which all has a very powerful message. So from an early age, you maybe using that music for you to give a voice to what you're experiencing, maybe the struggle that you see around you.
Yeah. It's quite interesting because there's a little bit of a funny story in it, because I remember the road that my mom were living, there was only one guy who have one guitar. So for you to be, so first you have to make friends with him. And then on Sunday you sit with him, but to get a little touch on the guitar, you will have to go and buy alcohol for him, because that was the deal. You buy alcohol for me, you get to play a little bit of guitar. So, and of course you're 16, you don't drink, and you're like, okay, but you want to play music, so you go and do this. Or you will have to walk with him sometime when he's going to work. You will walk up early and meet him and talk to him through the bus stop, only to tell him, please, can I play a little bit of guitar, please? Because he was the man who held the instrument, and that's how poor we were. And but through time and through encouragement of my mom, I get a little jobs, and my mom helped me buy a guitar and buy the instrument. And
wonderful. That's a wonderful story. So when you were growing up, who were the inspirations for you? You mentioned, obviously, you were named after Michael Jackson. You were hearing these street performers. Were there any particular artists that kind of rang a chord with you as you were growing up?
Well, Bob Marley.
Well, what a surprise! Why am I surprised for you to say that? Yeah.
Yeah, the music of Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, and really came into Mauritius, because there was a very big influence of the people who were slaves in Mauritius, and a lot of them come also from Ethiopia through slaves. And so this connection was very strong. But Bob Marley's music it became like an open door for people to be able to say, someone is giving us a voice, someone is speaking something we are living. But then there was a guys who also then, he was a Rasta man, but because our traditional music in Mauritius is called the Sega. But the Sega was also a slave music, but the hotel started to change it to please the tourists. When the tourists come, they have to welcome them. So they removed all the lyrics, all the positive lyrics, all the lyrics of our history. And the music became much more for dancing and have party.
Okay.
But Kaya then took the reggae and the Sega, put them both together, which have two different rhythms. There's a 6/8 rhythm and a 4/4 rhythm, and he created the Sega music.
Oh wow!
And then he reused the lyric and bring back the lyric to create the Sega music. And that.
So was that a way to please everyone? So was it a way to keep people dancing and at the same time put that strong message into the music?
Yes. Yeah, and also to bring harmony, because yes, even we live in Mauritius, we say we are multicultural, but we do have a lot of political racism, we will say. They feed the people to get power in voting and stuff like this. And so Kaya was also someone who were trying to not let this harmony break.
That's beautiful. I mean, when I think of you, I do think of artists like Bob Marley and Lucky Dube, who had that really powerful message in their lyrics. So do you see yourself as a reggae artist, or do you see yourself as a mix of all these different flavours that Mauritius has?
I would say a mix. Reggae is one of the tools. Actually, I would say mix, but actually is Nyabingi is the foundation of my music. And reggae come from Nyabingi also. And actually, all the style of music come from Nyabingi. Nyabingi is the rhythm of the heart. is the rhythm that you play, doom 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 doom. So in Nyabingi, when you play this rhythm and you keep it on playing, after 30 minutes, 40 minutes, he take you, the energy take you in connection to your ancestors. And for your ancestors, then you communicate with the higher energy. And so and is the rhythm of the heart. And because we believe that a heart has a lot to say to us. A heart has a lot to tell us and to teach us. And because the heart is also the circulation of what we call the creation, the rhythm of life. So Nyabingi is the music that I use as a foundation. Then I get my influence from Indian, different type of music. Then I'll put them as my umbrella.
Can you explain to people what Nyabingi means?
Well, Nyabingi is actually the name of a queen. Is the name of a queen from Africa. She was someone who were fighting against the colonization when the German and the English was coming to Africa. And Nyabingi, she went to a very high level of spirituality. So when her and her army were fighting against, she was sitting in a basket and fasting and praying. And they say also in the story that there was a moment that she fled an area and went to the mountain, and that when she went and exiled with the Rasta people. And the Rasta people, they taught her meditation and a very high level of spirituality. And she came back and fight. But her fighting was a peaceful fighting with spirituality. And they were carrying her in the basket. Her throne was in a basket. But this music also was banned when the English came into Ethiopia and in all those areas, a part of Africa, they banned the music. But when in 1930, when the Emperor Haile Selassie, who for us, the Rasta, we look at him as our leader, or some people would say our guru. And he say that Nyabingi should come back alive. So, and the Rasta took it and bring Nyabingi again. And through Nyabingi, then became the development of ska music and reggae music today.
So why did they try to ban it? Was it seen as unchristian or too popular, or was it seen as causing rebellion to the people? Did it?
Well, the reason they wanted to ban it because it was of the spiritual connection that you have with your heart and your ancestors, and because also this music was played to fight against violence and oppression. So when you have like thousands and thousands of people playing the rhythm of the heart in Africa is loud. So
it reminds me a little bit of the music used during America, the gospel music, that helped people to kind of overcome the slave trade, that kind of power that was in some of those lyrics, the "We shall overcome" kind of, anthem.
Yes, and it's a music that is also today. I do a little bit of workshop, and everyone who come, they go on a journey with it, and they get themselves. It make you feel good because you're listening to your own heart, and it's not about who play well, who doesn't play well. It's not about this type of thinking. It's about coming and enjoy yourself and let yourself go, and connect to the energy that is around you. And also Nyabingi also is also grounded to the earth, to the Mother Earth, and to give blessing to the Mother Earth and for what Mother Earth gives us every day: food, water, rivers, mountains, trees, birds, and us.
Well, someone else has crashed into this interview here just to say hello. We were talking here about that spiritual connection through music. Interestingly, last week I was speaking to a classical Indian musician who was talking about through the raga and other types of Indian music, they have that feel it's like a connection to God. So is it a similar thing then through that Nayabingi music? Do you feel?
Yes. So basically, in for example, we will say in the beginning was the words, and the words was with God. And a lot of people or scientists will say there was a big bang, but we describe it as the big energy, the big force that come, who in a more modern way, we will say the negative electricity and the positive electricity, who came and bring the light for life. And we, for us, the sound that was made is the sound of the heart.
Wow.
Is the rhythm of the heart. And because everything that goes and everything that moves is according to this balance, this rhythm of a heart. A heart is something that is very, very precious, and we aim also in Rasta and in different religion also, or philosophy, or even someone doesn't believe in a God or believe in an energy, is we believe that more we work inside our heart, and we could achieve many things with it, and is something also we have to look after.
Wow, it's quite inspiring. So we're hearing about the reggae is that kind of almost a political voice. It's also raising an awareness of African roots. It's a kind of vehicle to challenge injustice. I read this beautiful quote today that said, Rastafarianism is a religion based on social change, and reggae is the means.
Yeah. Reggae music is also used to bring a lot of consciousness by using a lot of his lyrics, but also reggae music also has this other side that a lot of us use for meditation, and used to communicate what we call the high, the creator, and also in reggae music or Rastafari or Rastaman also are the followers of Christ. That's why some of us have dreadlocks. I used to have dread, but you don't need to have dread to be a Rasta, because the word Ras mean head, the head of the source, the head of the energy. So Rastaman or a Rasta woman is only a relationship with his creator, and take the valve or doing good for each other, and don't judge any religion. Yes, we've been affected by religion in slavery, but a Rasta man and a Rasta woman, and I say again, he doesn't need to have dread or not have dread, is someone who dedicates his life to do good for each and everyone.
Kind of this the Rastafarian theology, philosophy, were your parents also Rastas, or was your mama Rasta?
No.
I'm interested.
No, my family grew up in the Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic.
Some of them grew up through Protestant religion, and some of them did not believe in anything.
Did you not tell me that your brother was a Muslim? Is that not true? Maybe I misheard that.
Yes, my brother's converted to Muslim. Yeah, he's converted to Muslim.
And how does he what does he think of your music or the Rasta philosophy? Have you had these conversations?
No, really, but I don't think is a problem, because I grew up with the family, and you know, when he was a young boy, he liked his music
Right.
But no, because also he know the music that I do, and the work that I do is always, and this is also something very important to mention with Rasta music. Rasta music is also here to help the people. So in any form, or to raise money to help one person, or to help 10 person, or to help someone who is not well. Of course, there's a big business today, but deep inside it, Rasta music is also to help others, but it's everywhere. The beauty of Mauritius is you have everybody's together. Everybody's together, and so it's quite hard to run away.
Doesn't have that separation.